There's 99% chance that you're mentally weak, that you give up too easily, that your father was twice the man that you are now, and his father was like 10 times the man you are now. He lived in the trenches, he fought wars, he just did all the things he could so that now we could live comfortable lives. And don't get me wrong, this applies to all people. This is because strong men create good times create weak men, and yeah, the thing that's coming for us is bad times. And we're already getting into it, the degeneracy and all these things. There is a way, however, a way that is not only discipline, that we can actually become the strong man. And when the time comes, we'll carry the whole world on our backs. What I'm talking is a skill that your great-grandfather has mastered, along with discipline. This thing is grit. What is grit, you might ask? Imagine you're in a long dark tunnel. You don't see anything, you just see the light at the end of the tunnel. Every time you wake up, because you need to sleep, you're human still, you just wake up, see the tunnel, see the light, and go straight at it. You go even if you don't want to. That's discipline. Once you wake up, you tell yourself, no, I could rest for a day, I'm good. But instead, you go. Now imagine that once when you wake up, there is another light. This light is coming from backwards, the opposite direction of the first one. This one seems closer. What do? Would you continue to the far one that you know is still there and will be? Or will you go to the new one that just appeared? If you answer the second one, go to the closer one, you're probably weak. Grit is like long-term discipline. You have a goal and you go after it, even though your brain might tell you that it's not good. There is a faster way. There's something new. You can just change it, change the course, and perhaps achieve something more quickly. If you went to the closer one, you went for a day, then you went to sleep again. But this time, if you wake up, it's not there. The only one is just the one that you were going to. What it shows you is that novelty makes things seem as they're better. It's only just some dopamine that shows them like, yeah, that's new. I should go and investigate it. And this thing goes along in everything. For example, in BJJ, you go drill a certain move. Go drill just certain move, the whole thing, the grips, the details, everything. But because of some luck in sparring, you, instead of that move, do something else. You were drilling and learning an armbar, but for some reason you go for a triangle. And the triangle works. So you tell yourself, what about just trying triangles, they might be better. But then, when you try them, you just see that the first one was just lucky. You have to learn again. And this thing just stirred you off course. It isn't as bad as just going for a day in a tunnel or for many years in just one direction and then changing to another. But it still shows the case. It's still the metaphor. Because it just distracts your focus. Instead of going for one, instead of just going through having the long-term discipline, the grit, to go to one even though there will be just distractions, the woman in the red dress, if you watch Matrix, just things that might seem as good, but the risk to reward ratio is all over the place. If you're going to the thing that you just set a goal for, then there's no woman in the red dress. But once it comes in the form of the backwards tunnel, or in form of just an actual woman in a red dress, or in new business opportunities, or in parties, drugs, alcohol, all these things, you have to stay on focus. You have to stay on track. Just go with it. How to increase grit? Increase discipline, that's one. But then two would be just focusing and planning the goal, the journey, as much as you can. Everything, even the bad things, even injuries, even the troubles, even the sicknesses, illnesses, everything. even the mental troubles, even the lacks of discipline, everything, so that you don't just give up. So that when the time comes and when you see the woman in the red dress, you say no to her. You go because you have a mission. You go at the light at the end of the tunnel instead of the blinking one at the back. Novelty often just doesn't mean that things are better. It's the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. It's because it's novel. It's because just it stimulates our dopamine. Everything that's new seems to be better. You have everything. If you buy a new phone every year, you know the previous one wasn't that much worse. You know that the new one has the novelty with it, which makes it like, wow, you have the newest thing. But it doesn't mean it's necessarily better. And that's with everything. The new moves, the new shoes, the new clothes, the new games, the new cars, everything. So plan out your whole journey as much as you can. Plan out the difficulties, plan out the highs, plan out the lows. Don't just plan out when you're flying in jet. Plan out where you're gonna be in jail for some reason because someone just thought of a thing and imagined and just straight up lied. And once you do, you'll know you'll have some grit. That's a plan. Another thing, when the actual time comes, you have to be meditating. Why? It seems like kind of random, but that thing just makes you more aware, makes you aware of the fact that you might be straying off your path, you might be going to some different goal, you might be just zigzagging across. You could also imagine grit and discipline in just, here are you now, here is your goal. If you're disciplined, you go. But then something comes. This goal. Depends on how much grit do you have. If you have none, you go to the goal because it seems shiny. But if you have grit, you continue to do one. Instead of just going in circles, you go straight. That's with discipline, that's with grit, everything. When you think of the goal, think of the way you have to get, think of the way you have to go, and just plan out each individual point, you will get there. No matter how much time it costs, you will get there. This is a thing of good planning. How do you plan? Just sit down, think about it. No distractions, no stimulation, just you, a piece of paper and a pen, and write down your ideas. What would I need to do to become a world champion in BJJ, in no gig, in ADCC, for example? This is my case. Well, I would need to be really good. Okay. How do you get really good? You train. How much do they train? Well, then you search up. How much does a Gordon Ryan train? He trains 3 times a day, about 6 hours, for example. So, to get to his level, you have to mimic the things that he's doing. So, that would be training 3 times a day. What does he also do? He is on steroids. You could also mimic that. I won't. He weightlifts 5 times a day. 5 times a week. Okay, you might start weightlifting and just progressively over the span of your journey, you won't go just from 1 to 100, you go just slowly. Okay, I can add 1 more session per day. I can add a weightlifting session once per week. And just ramp up, increase your momentum until you're sprinting at him. He might be sprinting, you're going at the same pace as him. Imagine it as a race, a long track like on the Olympics. Everyone is on this track, everyone's just running. Some people are walking for some reason, but some people are just blasting it like just as fast as they can. You don't see these other people, you only see them if you imagine them. For example, to catch up to someone who's sprinting, what do you have to do? You have to sprint, and you have to sprint faster than them. If you sprint at the same pace as them, you're gonna just keep up the momentum. You won't lose your place, but you'll just keep up. You won't overtake them. So, once you keep up, once you know how to keep up with the best of the best, then you have to add things of your own. Add things that just increase your speed even further. And for example, this might be making systems. People like Gordon Ryan, Gary Tone, and Nick Rodriguez, they don't do the things I do. They just go to the gym, do some things, don't even think about them, just relax, which might be actually a good point. But there's again me, Brian Glick, John Danaher, and many other people who make notes, who make just things like this, who make systems. And if you make systems, perhaps you can go faster than them. And if you do, if you stick to your routine, if you just sprint right at them, there's a way you can catch up. It will take time, of course, just like in a real race, you won't suddenly just overtake them, but you start catching up. This might be, in my case, winning my first medal, then getting my blue belt, purple, brown, black, and just sprint, then becoming national champion, then a continental champion, like a European one, Pan American one, world. Then it's time to show down. It's time to fight the legend, because you're on the same place as him. And the one who just goes a little bit faster, doesn't even have to be a lot, that person gains all things. You know the fastest person in the world? Probably. Usain Bolt. Black guy, just tall and extremely fast. Do you know the name of the second fastest person? Some of you probably could. Okay, if you do, what's the name of the third one? There's nothing. No one knows. Why? Because the first person takes 90%, the second 8%, and every other person just shares the 2%. If you want to be the best, you just have to beat the best. You have to compete with them, and you have to be first. There's no medal for being second. I mean, Craig Jones managed to just squeeze out as much of this 8%, but yeah. So, once you have a goal, once you have the journey, how to get there, then you have to actually do it. And that's when discipline comes. Discipline comes to the little things, to waking up, to going to the training 1 time, 2 times, 3 times a day, to weightlifting, to making the systems, to everything. Once you start to gain some momentum, once you gain like blue belt, brown belt, something like this, once you start just stacking up the medals on the shelf, then that's probably the time when you start to see just some distractions over there. Oh, I could become a trainer. Oh, I could sell instructionals. Oh, I could do this. Oh, this like firm wants a deal. This, that's a sponsorship. That's free money right there. Oh, I could also do this. Oh, this. After you do all this, some just more hungry person that was before you, that was behind you, he in that time just figured out how to sprint a little faster and he's on your neck. So what do you do? Do you just indulge in all your rewards? Or will you beat him? Or will you make him ashamed, just leave him in the dust? Because you know what to do, you know what got you here, you know how to beat him. And think that he just caught up to you doesn't mean anything, because you can just totally dominate him. That's the thing. There's always a reason why the younger and more hungrier, just athlete, always dominates the older one, always dominates the champion. Because what will they do? They're all the best in the world. They can either just stay there or just enjoy the 99%, enjoy the rewards. And that's the thing. The rewards of your progress, the rewards of your journey, are the woman in the red dress. They are the thing that distracts you. The fame from being a good athlete is the thing that distracts you from being a good athlete. It's kind of counterintuitive. Why would you do a thing if the reward, if just the thing that you started for is then the distraction? Let me repeat that. The reward of your journey is the thing that takes you off that journey. The reward of your success is your success, not the rewards. The rewards are the women in the red dress, the thing that gets you off course. It was day 16, and that's all.